That's great, sweetie. Stir, 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 stir.
Yep. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, and it is cold out. It is 50 degrees again. We do not have work today. We were going to head over to a waterfall to do an sacred earth blessing. We're still going to do that, but now we're going to pull out all of our fall and winter clothes. I know my hair is a mess right now. We just kind of woke up. It's been a busy week, so we're going to try to relax. We're both really, really tired. I am cooking up some bacon up here. So yeah, it was supposed to be 80 degrees today, and then I don't know what storm came through, but it is freezing out now. It's not freezing, but like we just had a week and a half of like 80 degree weather, which was super nice. I think we got to 90 degrees at one point, so we're still gonna take some footage. But yeah, hopefully you guys are excited to check it out, as excited as we are. Well, not as excited, because getting into like a river / water while it's like 80 degrees is really nice, but now that it's gonna be like 50-60 degrees, we'll see how it goes. I was gonna put the stones in the river next to the waterfall, but we'll see how it goes out. We'll see what the land asks and what it needs, and yeah, so we'll keep you guys posted. We're gonna have breakfast first. Best place to start your day or whatever. I'm tired. I did not sleep that well. I have seasonal allergies, which is why I haven't really been recording too much, because it's just been like tears and snot and like sneezing. It was pretty bad. But right now I'm like starting to wheeze a lot more than usual, and I'm coughing up some phlegm. So this morning I almost went to urgent care just to get like an inhaler or something, but I'm fine now. It's just during spring into summer, like everything activates, like the warmer weather, the pollen. I don't even know what I have seasonal allergies to. All the cat dander, I don't know, but it starts to affect me, and it started to hit me pretty bad, which no one wants to see me just sneezing up a storm for like a whole episode, so we've been kind of putting off recording. I'm feeling a lot better now, but yeah. So we'll see how everything goes. It's super chill out. But yeah, let's get some breakfast going.
Hey everyone. We're back. Rimi's gonna open up his new shoes. He's been talking about it for like 4 days. Finally, they've been delivered.
So this morning went kind of crazy. This little monster did not want to take a nap, so we were cleaning and doing a bunch of stuff while Angelica was cleaning. I was working on stuff, and then I had to go to my acupuncture appointment in Lyle, which went fantastic. I was going to bring the camera up, but again, because someone didn't go down on time, I wasn't running late. I wasn't rushed either, but I kind of just left pretty abruptly, so I forgot the camera, which is good, because as I was driving, my shoe felt weird, and I like reached down to like grab it. I'm in Angelica's car now, just in case she needs mine, and I got a cramp in my low ab, so I had to like stretch, and so I was literally on the on-ramp to the highway when that happened, so I had to turn off onto the side and just put the blinkers on and like stretch it out, and then I had to kind of get back in and leave, because I was like, luckily I still got there with plenty of time, everything went fine, but that was quite a feat. And then my appointment was at 1. She didn't go down until 11, so we didn't really have lunch, and so we got done. I got done with my appointment. She got done running some errands. We decided to meet up to get some food. We stopped at Chipotle, which is a great healthy option. And it was chaos. It was absolute chaos. The line the whole time was to the door and outside, and that never changed. So it was kind of hectic, and when you're trying to eat and there's like a bunch of noise and a bunch of stuff going on, it was just not a good time. But I'm gonna open up this box now. I'm gonna have Angelica hold this for me. So I got some Tivas because Angelica said everyone needs a pair.
Want to come up here?
I went to try them on. We didn't take any video of it, but
I know, Bubby. Hold on. Come here.
these are the ones that I got. Now, I'm not really a sandal person, but
He feels vulnerable in them.
yeah,
Exposed.
I don't. Yeah, I feel exposed with my tootsies out. I feel exposed with like not having proper footwear. But we are gonna go to the waterfall, and any sort of waterproof shoes that I have. Well, the one waterproof boots that I have, like I said before, there's only one. I don't know where the other one is packaged. So it's gotten nice out. So hopefully it is. I thought there was a smudge on the lens. So yeah, I'm gonna try these on and then see how those fit.
Cool. All right, Rimi. What's the verdict?
Well, they're comfortable. Underneath, they're comfortable. Up top, I just feel super. All right, she's gonna step on my toes now. I just feel super exposed, but
Tivas for the win. I have to show you guys the baby's Tivas. We're definitely a Tiva family. Mine, unfortunately, got either stolen or lost at Sundance 2 years ago. Yeah, it wasn't last year, it was 2 years ago. And I haven't gotten a new pair since. So next on the list is for me to buy some new Tivas. And then we're all just going to be matching each other. And we can all go in the water when we go hike.
there you go.
It's going to be great.
All right, we have made it to the forest preserve. Ooh, a mustache going down. We just got to the forest preserve. There's fucking motorcycles everywhere. But it's looking beautiful. We're gonna make our way over to the waterfall to get the sacred earth blessing going. Yeah. But
Say hi.
we're gonna enjoy this time together real quick, and we'll get back to you. Alright, I have finished. These guys wanted to be stacked in order to honor the waterfall, so I did just that. This camera's not waterproof, so I'm trying to be very careful. This part's a little bit slippery, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause this and turn it back on and kind of just show you guys the stones. Alright, here. Squatting down. So let's get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, this was a lot of fun and I loved it. I love working with Mother Earth and just helping create connections. Honestly, it just felt beautiful and exactly the love that this waterfall and river needed. And yeah, all right, let's get back to the family. Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning. It is 6:40. I got up early. Well, not really early, but 6 a.m. can be kind of early. As I said in the previous scene, I have been waking up to... Well, not waking up to. I've had, like, my seasonal allergies. So, you know, itchy eyes, sneezing, running nose, and wheezing. So, normal stuff for me. Like, as soon as it starts to get super warm, it hits for like a couple weeks to maybe like 2 months tops, and then like I'm fine. But this time I don't have itchy eyes anymore, which is good. Like I said, it happens for a few weeks and then it stops. The itchy eyes have disappeared. The wheezing is still here, but not bad. But I started coughing. Well, not coughing, but like I've been trying to push phlegm out because it feels like there's phlegm, so I try to get it out. And I've been waking up a lot lately to like my own wheezing because it's loud. So I'm like, what the hell? I wake up and I'm like, huh. And it's not that like it's hard to breathe, but it's uncomfortable. So last night it kind of happened again where like I woke up at 2 a.m. I had to pee also, so it wasn't like it was a mixture of things. But when I was trying to go back to sleep, I realized, man, it's gotten pretty bad. The wheezing is a little intense. After a while it disappeared and I was able to fall back asleep, but I was like, it's getting too much. I'm gonna go in, and so I'm heading to urgent care right now because I want to get an inhaler, kind of calm down the inflammation. Angelica, who does her herbology, she has her own little apothecary. She told me that she's been making me nettle tea, which has been super helpful because like I can feel a lot of that phlegm disappearing and like coming up and out. So that's been good. And then she said that I could use Moline in place of an inhaler, but we don't have any Moline right now. So I was like, okay, perfect. Like I'll get the Moline ready, but right now it's gotten a little bit too urgent. So that's why I was like, urgent care, because I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and have to like make Moline or do Moline inhalations. Moline inhalations means like we've done it in YouTube before. Like we place a little bit on a little plate and then we light it on fire and we just smoke or inhale the smoke from the Moline. She has all the information about that. I don't. So check out that video where she explains everything, because she knows all that. And if you haven't, check out her apothecary videos, which she just started, which I'm very excited about because she has so much cool information that's very helpful for a lot of things. So I'm excited for her to have that. But yeah, you guys are coming with me. And then after that, they open at 7. It's 6:44. So I want to be like the first one in, first one out. I'm going to head to the shop and kind of get ready. And then I'm working on my own personal pipes. We're at the last stages of the pipes. I just need to finish rounding out my pipes. They don't have to be round, but it's something that I want. My first pipe has a square feel to it. So this one, these are a little bit of a nicer pieces of wood, so I want them to look a little bit nicer. Yesterday I spent most of the time polishing them up. Beginning to polishing them, which means, starting at the lowest grit sandpaper and then working your way up. So, 120, 150, 180, 200, 240. I think I'm going to start 400 grit, and hopefully by the time I get to 3,000, they will be shiny. But yeah, I'm going to leave you guys here, and I don't know if I can take the camera in with me, but we'll see how that goes. All right, see you guys. All right, I am in Angelica's car. I don't know if I said that last time, but I got done with the urgent care. I ran back home so I could have some breakfast with my family. And now I'm heading into work. I am going to be working on my stems to finish my pipes, which I've talked about earlier before. But I wanted to talk about the doctor's visit. So I told them every spring, just like I said, I get allergies. My eyes get itchy and watery. I sneeze. I get wheezy. But this time it got, you know, pretty bad. It's never gotten this bad before. Like, I've just kind of dealt with it. And the doctor's like, oh, do you have asthma? And I was like, I don't think so. Like, no doctor has ever told me I have asthma. They just... And he's like, oh yeah, you might have asthma then. Like, he's like, how many times does this usually happen to you? Ooh, there's a hawk. Nice. And I'm like, ever since I was younger, like, spring has kind of sucked. And so he's like, you've had this like every year for your whole life? Yeah, that's asthma. And I was like, I thought if you had asthma, like, you always had to carry an inhaler around. And he's like, no, there's people who have asthma like that, but there's also people who have asthma that have it under control, and symptoms only like flare up when there's like a trigger. So if someone gets bronchitis or sick or works out, it flares up. And I was like, oh. And he's like, or allergies. Surprise, surprise. So I guess I do have asthma. It's just under control and asymptomatic until spring comes along and just absolutely wrecks my face with like pollen and stuff. I know I have a slight allergies to like cat dander and maybe a little bit of a dog, but it's not like so severe, so it's never really been, because I've had cats around and dogs almost my whole life, a huge chunk of my life, so I was just shocked, I guess. So he prescribed me prednisone because he's like, oh, if it got a little difficult to breathe, then you're gonna need something a little strong. But because of everything that I told him, there was this one prescription, and he's like, this might be able to help. Like, see, like, don't take this one, hold on to it until next year, and as soon as it starts to get a little funky, like, start taking it and just see what happens. Like, if it clears it right up, perfect. Like, there's your answer. Like, you have something to help you. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But I'm also going to try the Maline that Angelica had prescribed for me too, just to see. Obviously the prednisone I'm going to need right now because it's just gotten, the fact that it got a little difficult to breathe, I'm like, all right, let me take that. It's only a week's medication worth, so it should help bring down the inflammation. And then after that, I'm going to just keep working with Maline and or the inhaler at night. Like I said, I don't want to wake up and have to like light Maline on fire and do inhalations with that when I can. So I have contingencies and plans set in motion, so I'm not like bombarding my body with a bunch of stuff, but I have things for just in case, you know. So there you go. Insurance sucks. I went in, I said, this is the insurance. I made sure I checked on the website beforehand, and they're like, yeah, we take it, but you have like a different thing. So Aetna HMO, but we have Aetna CVS HMO, and they're like, it's like a different little thing, so we'll get back to you. Like, the insurance company will let you know. And god damn, do I hate insurance. So anyway, there's that. Alright, I've been chatting up a little bit too much, so I'm gonna get to the shop. I'll set up the cameras to show you guys where I'll be working, because it's a little spooky. It's in the basement, but I want to show you guys the basement anyway. So yeah, I'll hit you guys up in a little bit. All right, we are at the shop. I'm gonna take you into the basement, which is a little scary. I'm gonna turn this around. Ooh. There's so much stuff everywhere. Ugh. So this is a little area where I'm going to be working. Let me just turn the lights on. Very Silence of the Lambs-ish. And then over there is a whole nother space. There's a lot of... This technically used to be the first floor. Oh, I just walked through a spider web. This technically used to be the basement. And then upstairs was the first floor. And upstairs where we usually enter from was the second floor. But then they built the bridge all weird. And anyway, this is where I'm going to be working. I'm not going to have the camera set up here because there's going to be a lot of dust since I'm going to be working with wood. And I don't want any of those dust particles getting into the camera because this is on a gimbal. It's very expensive. So yeah, I'm going to get to it and then we'll pick up later.
love days like these because it's Sunday, and usually I have class. I actually decided to not go to class today. I wasn't feeling great this morning, and then I kind of rested, and I'm feeling better now. So I ended up taking the baby out to go walk. She's smiling at me right now. And Rimi ended up meeting us here. So I want to show you guys where we're at. So we're out here. This is one of my favorite paths. I actually came out here with my friend Laura a couple of weeks ago, and I've been really wanting to come back. So I thought I was going to take a little bit of time today and take the baby outside and just kind of let her get curious about her surroundings and just kind of play and have fun. So that's kind of, we actually received some pretty tough news a few days ago with my family, and although I'm not going to share too much details on here, it's been a very emotional week, and I think I'm still processing. I think a lot of the family is still processing, and we just kind of have like a little bit of a long road ahead. So I've been pretty depleted. I also had a pretty busy week with clients, and just kind of like the combination of things, my emotional body is like kind of spent, and I'm kind of listening to that. So when I didn't feel good this morning, I'm like, you know what? I think we're just going to rest today, and we're going to get outside and just kind of enjoy time together. And I'm glad I listened to that. I've been really making a point to like meditate and connect, and I asked myself like where my heart wants to focus today and how my heart wants to express itself, and it was actually through two of these things. So one, spending time with Rimi and Violet and getting outside, and then the second one is actually writing and just expressing like the human experience, especially when there's really tough experiences within that, and that's kind of what we're going through right now. So it's a tough one. So we're gonna be out here, we're gonna enjoy. It's like 70 degrees. It's like the perfect day. And I know, Rimi and I went and did the Sacred Earth blessing. Well, we went along with him. He did the blessing yesterday, but we just had like a moment of like pure gratitude, because that's like the life that we want to live, traveling around the US. So we're doing it. It's happening, and we're just really excited. So we're going to enjoy, and we'll see you guys soon. Good morning, everyone. I wanted to show you guys our little morning routine. You say hi?
Good morning.
This is honestly like our favorite time of the day, and we've really like made it our like family time, important time, but it's breakfast every morning. So I'm actually making eggs. Violet helps me make the eggs. She wants to stir right now, so I'm gonna have her help me stir. But essentially, Violet helps me make the eggs. She's been cracking the eggs, and today she squeezed one so hard that it exploded. So, oh, you want to be in this too, bud? So she's been doing really well though with helping make scrambled eggs, and Rimi's out there making some bacon, and then we like to sit. And we take about an hour, like just for us, and we plan our day. We talk about like what the business needs, what we need as a family, as a couple, as a partnership. And then we just kind of plan our day. So when I don't get this time of day, I get a little cranky. So I'm excited to just kind of hang out, drink our coffee, eat our breakfast together, and connect.
How's it going, everybody? It is Monday afternoon, evening. It's 4 o'clock. Today, time has been wild. It's been kind of crazy. We wanted to do a lot of recording. The baby hasn't been taking her naps too well, and we decided to lower the bed in her crib because she's grown so much that she's like starting to jump out of it, and that's a very long fall onto hardwood floor, and we don't want our baby getting hurt. So we ended up changing a bunch of stuff. We got this crib that'll change into a toddler bed, and then that can be changed into what is it, a single? Anyway, we ended up doing all that, and then she was just wild. She did not want to lay. She just doesn't want to lay still. She doesn't want to nap. She's fighting demons or something. So we're just outside playing. As you can tell, I'm wearing a hoodie because it's cold again. Hooray! I got this awesome hat from Findlay, and it is my favorite hat. I have a huge head, and when I have a snapback, I'm usually at like the last one or maybe 2 little snaps. This one I am at 4, and I love it because, hold on, I'm gonna turn it around. Here we go. It's an old TV with the VCR player, and this is a little leather VHS tape with FH on it, which stands for let me see if I can get this. Stands for Findlay hats. And you just kind of slide it in. I like keeping it right there. These guys come down. These are kind of like adventure hats or action hats. You kind of put this around so that way your hat doesn't fall off. I got this for when we start going on our adventures in our van to different places, and it is a comfortable hat. Oh yeah, also they got this neat little pocket inside, you know, for putting in your party favors or something. Actually, what I want to do, as you guys saw, we did the Sacred Earth Blessing. No one signed up for it, but that's okay because it's kind of a life calling, and we wanted to go, you know, work with the land because it's very sacred to us. And I got my little picture that I printed out, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the hat. Let's see how this looks. Oops, sorry. Just hangs out in there. I could probably fit it in sideways, honestly. Let me see what I can do. Oh, just a little bit sharp. So anyway, you can put your little party favors in there. I don't have those. I don't do that anymore. I'm not in college. But yeah, all the cats, all the animals are outside. We're just hanging out. Smile.
I am smiling.
For the thumbnail, I do the YouTube stuff, so getting thumbnails has kind of been crazy because I just try to find a picture. Ooh, sorry, B wants to play with the ball. But that's it for this week. We're gonna hang out and then try to record a little bit more. I am starting my online, I know there's just kind of buried the lead. I'm doing an online course for what I teach in person, which is Native Traditions, the Shamanic Apprenticeship. I'm bringing it online to help more people to have a wider reach, and also, you know, keep the traditions going, pass it on so that we can have other good healers in the world. If you want to sign up for our email and be up to date with that, you can check us out at healingartsacademy.mykajabi.com. I'll post a link down below, and that's about it. Anything else?
No, just processing a lot of emotions, so I'm resting a lot.
Yeah, we'll go over that later.
Yeah.
But all right, you guys have a good one.
Bye.